Hello lads and lassies and welcome back to my channel, it's Mr. Mayhem. Today I'll be going over what I watched in the month of April 2023. But before we get into it, if you do enjoy this, remember to like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, links in the description. Let's get going. So, a decently meaty month. I don't think it was as meaty as last month, but we'll see. So on the 1st, I watched The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2 with Callum in 4K. Transfers are absolutely gorgeous. I'd seen The Godfather before. This was my third time seeing it. Didn't enjoy it the first time. Really enjoyed it the second time. This time, I still really enjoyed it. But didn't love it. Part 2, I loved. I think it is way better than 1. But 1 is still, like, fantastic. But, yeah. Godfather Part 2 is great. Part 1 I give a 4. Part 5 I give a... Part 5? Part 1 I give a 4. Part 2 I give a 5. Then on the 2nd, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl in 4K. I hadn't seen that in ages, and I bought the 4K set. I think the 4K actually looks pretty good. I know there's a lot of people that are like, the transfer's not that good, because it fucks with the lighting maybe, or the colour of the film. For me, someone who's only seen it once, and that was like 8 years ago, it's fine. So when I actually ended up watching it, sorry, I can hear the camera reverberating. When I actually ended up watching it, the 4K, I thought it looked very nice. Not fantastic, but really, really good. Better than the Blu-ray. And I really enjoyed it. So after that point, I've just started buying stuff that... I've started buying films that, even though I've heard, pardon me, the transfer is okay. Or bad, sorry. I just pick it up and I'll take that risk because I love the film, because I want it in the highest format. But yeah, I gave that a 5. And then on the 3rd, I watched The Wolf of Wall Street in 4K. I watched the Arrow 4K. My God, what a film! Absolutely fantastic. Probably my favourite Scorsese. I think. Yeah, just fantastic. 4K looks really good as well. I gave that a 5. Then on the 6th, me and Callum watched The Cat in the Hat. I watched that film on repeat when I was younger, and I actually think it's quite funny. Like, not even like bad funny. I think it is funny. It is absolutely just ridiculous, but I actually really enjoy it. I gave that a 5 because it's just ridiculous, and I just have such a good time with it. Give us a Blu-ray for fuck's sake. Let's have a Second Sight 4K remaster. Then on the 7th, I watched Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame in 4K. Those 4Ks just look fine. I mean, you know, they're Marvel 4Ks. They're nothing amazing, but yeah. And then on that same day, I saw John Wick Chapter 4 again for the 5th time. Yeah, again, love that film. I have musings on it. It's fantastic. Then on the 8th, I saw the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I forgot to say, I gave Infinity War and Endgame both 5s. They're fantastic. I love them. They're just perfect. Mwah. Amazing. And obviously I give John Wick Chapter 4 a 5 as well. Super Mario Bros. I didn't really like it. I just thought it was very mid. I thought the pacing was awful. I thought nothing had any time to breathe. The jokes weren't funny. I found Bowser so annoying. I just really didn't enjoy it. I give it 2.5 because like I didn't hate it, but there's a lot of issues with it. And I seem to be in the very, 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 very I just seem to be in the minority with it. Just talking about it is making me tired. I just didn't enjoy it. And then I saw Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves again, because I'd already seen it at the Secret Unlimited screening at the 10th of March. Again, loved it. Actually upped my rating from a 4 to a 4.5. I think it's fantastic. It's sad that it's not... It's made its budget back on 50 million, but I know, like, I just don't think it's going to get a sequel, sadly, but them's the breaks. So, and then on the 9th, I watched The Nice Guys with my girlfriend. Yeah, The Nice Guys deserves a sequel. It is absolutely bloody fantastic. I love it. Yeah, it's a 5. Then I watched Lawrence of Arabia for the first time with Callum. It was really good. The Blu-ray looks gorgeous, and it's weird that it's a 4K that's not like readily available. It was only in a limited edition steelbook. you can't get a standard version now. It's weird. But that was a 4.5. And then in the evening, I went to see Shazam: Fury of the Gods with Callum. On this the evening of the 9th. Yeah, it was fine. Bit cringy. Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. It was a 3. And then on the 10th, I rewatched Game Night with my girlfriend because I was like, oh, it's the same people, so we rewatched Game Night. God, Game Night's so funny. Game Night's so good. If you've not seen Game Night, please go see it. That's a 4.5. And then on the 11th, I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for the first time with Callum. Holy shit, it's brilliant. So good. That's a 5. And then on the evening of that same day of the 11th, we went and saw Creed 3 again for the 6th and final time for me, 9th and final time for Callum. Holy shit. Yeah, love that film. It's fantastic. It's great. Yeah, it's a 5. Gave Good, the Bad, the Ugly a 5 as well. Then on the 13th, I watched John Wick Chapter 2, John Wick Chapter 3, and John Wick Chapter 4. I watched the first 3 leading up, and then I saw 4 again in cinemas with Callum for the 6th time. Yeah, all the John Wicks are a 5 for me. They're just fantastic. They're so good. I love them to death. Then on the 16th, I rewatched Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance for like the 4th or 5th time. It's awesome. It's bad, but I have so much fun with it. It's way better than the first one. The first one's just boring, but yeah, it's schlocky bad. I love it. It's a 4. Then on that same day, the 16th, I watched Dead Man's Chest. I rewatched it, that is. Really enjoyed that one as well. That's a 4.5. I gave Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance a 4, by the way. Yeah, Dead Man's Chest is... I love that first trilogy. It's great. I say first trilogy. I love the original 3. It's great. Then I rewatched for the first time since the cinema The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's awesome. Nicolas Cage is awesome. Yeah, it's great. Then I started the Twilight Saga. I say I started. I'd already seen the first one 3 years ago, but just wanted to get straight into New Moon because I bought the box set because I was curious. Yeah, it was just boring. It was better than the first one, but it's not really saying much. I gave Unbearable... God, my Jesus. I gave Unbearable Weight a 2, by the way. A 4, by the way. I gave New Moon a 2. Then on the 21st, I saw Evil Dead Rise, Missing, and John Wick Chapter 4. Again, Evil Dead Rise, I love it. I think it is fantastic. It's probably my favourite Evil Dead. Yeah, I love Evil Dead Rise. It is fantastic. I've seen it 3 times now, as you'll see when we get there, but love it. Performances are fantastic. The gore is great. It treads that nice fine line between scary and gory, and there's a couple bits of humour, but absolutely brilliant. I love it. Missing was great. I gave Evil Dead Rise a 5. Missing was great. I give that a 4. Our audience was awful though. There was a woman who was laughing like Killa Harkin in John Wick Chapter 4, like really loudly, and even at stuff that wasn't funny. And there was a bunch of girls to her left that were chatting all the time, and then one left by them was like, I'm gonna go, just tell me what happens. Oh, it was infuriating. Yeah, and then I saw John Wick again in the evening for the 7th time, I think. Yeah, 7th time. Love it. Just so you have an idea, up until this year, the film, I'd never really seen a film more than 3 times in the cinema. It would be rare for me to see it more than 2 times, and even 1. But the film that held the record before Creed was Infinity War at 4 times. No, it was Solo at 4 times, and then Creed took that record, and so saw John Wick again, amazing, 5 stars. Then on the 22nd, I saw John Wick again with my dad, for an 8th time. So that has taken the record from Creed, even 1 showing ago. That's me seeing it 8 times in cinemas now. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Then on the 23rd, I watched Uncharted for the first time. It's okay. I enjoyed it. I have problems with the fact that Sully is not that slimy towards Nate, and Nate is not really a pickpocket in terms of the general word. He's more of a treasure hunter, thief kind of guy. But yeah, I gave that a 3. It's just, it's fine. I'd watch it again, but. And then that same day I watched at World's End, finished the trilogy. I love that trilogy. It's great. Gave that a 4.5. Then in the evening, I watched Eclipse, Twilight Saga Eclipse. Really enjoyed that one. Again, none of them are good, but I rate them on my level of enjoyment, and that one was a 3. So it's the highest so far. And there's a couple good scenes in it, actually, like one with Edward and Jacob in the tent I thought was quite good. But yeah. Then on the 29th, I watched American Psycho for the first time in 4K. I love that film. It's fantastic. Christian Bale is amazing. The comedy is brilliant. It's just fantastic. That's a 5. And then I watched Breaking Dawn Part 1. Gave that a 3. Really, again, enjoyed it as much as Eclipse. By the way, when I say enjoy, I don't mean it being good fun. I mean like how ridiculous it is and just funny and just... I learned to kind of enjoy what was there. So that was a 3. Then I took Callum to see Evil Dead Rise because he didn't see it with me the first time because he was too scared, because he was scared it might be too gory for him, and because he's very wincy and he has a hard time with that kind of stuff. But I saw it with him again. I still love it. It's a 5. Then when I came back from that, I completely missed one. I'm sorry. In between Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Evil Dead Rise, I watched Furious 7 because we're doing the Build Up Too Fast X, but we missed one this month, but we're just going to watch 8 and 9 soon. But watch Furious 7. Great film. Really, really enjoy that one. That's a 4. The 4K is fucking awful. The 4K looks dreadful. Everything is either way too bright or way too dark. It just looks horrible. We popped the Blu-ray in afterwards, and the Blu-ray looks way better. The 4K is awful for Furious 7. That is one where I was like... And I looked at reviews and I was like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, no. And it's not the settings on the TV, because we didn't change anything, switched to the Blu-ray. Blu-ray looks fine, so. Let me take a drink. Yeah. So then when I got home in the evening of the 29th from Evil Dead Rise, I watched Breaking Dawn Part 2. Gave that 3.5. It's probably my favourite of them all. Just really enjoyed what they did with it. Like I said, it's not good, but I found enjoyment in it, so yeah, 3.5. And then on the 30th, which was yesterday for me, I watched voice crack. I watched Jack Reacher in 4K. That film was great. That's a 4. Watched Evil Dead Rise again. Took the girlfriend to see it. She actually was completely fine with it, and I still love it. It's a 5. It's 3 times I've seen it. And then I saw John Wick Chapter 4 for the 9th and final time in cinemas. Love it. It's fantastic. It's the film I've seen the most in cinemas now, so yeah. And then after that we saw Renfield, and it was good. It was fun. It's quite messy. It does feel like it's going a bit too fast, but it is enjoyable for what it is. So, and that was a 3.5. But yeah, that is what I watched in the month of April. Let me know what some of your favourite stuff you watched in April was. Mine would probably be Evil Dead Rise. Probably. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you do enjoy this, remember to like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.